I just wanted to make a really quick video about three things I feel like are very important if you are wanting to build a brand or um, of any kind. That goes for like artists, business owners, anything creative really. If you want to get into the creative space, um, I don't really have a whole bunch of things on the list. Really, just three main components that kind of are like the backbone of building anything really. The first one being consistency. Consistency is super important if you want to build a brand. Being actively present on socials, whether that's TikTok or Instagram or whatever you use, it's super important to be active. I'm not saying I'm like the guru of all these things, but these are little things that I've picked up here and there that have really helped me to kind of lock in on, um, just like social media presence and things like that. And I feel like this could definitely be of help and of use to whoever's watching this. So, consistency is super important. Really, that it helps to develop discipline. I actually hate posting all the time, but it's kind of like second nature at this point. I'm gonna post at least once a day on Instagram, on TikTok. TikTok, I kind of post more because it's easier and it doesn't really have to be perfect either, which really that's why I like TikTok. But it's super important to be consistent because the more you post, the more people see. I don't know if you ever noticed, but when you post like on TikTok or whatever, right from the jump, maybe 50 people might see. 50 people is, I guess, a lot, but you have to take into consideration people are just scrolling on TikTok, just like you and I do, right? So 50 people isn't really a lot in that way. So you also have to think about perspective, right? Your favorite song probably has like 200,000 streams and you're one of them, right? So it took like 200,000 streams for you to hear that song. That's a lot of people for you to hear that song one time. And so really it takes a lot of consistency and posting for anyone to see anything really. My friend Braxton from Rare Colors had shared that with me. Shout out to him. They should be dropping some really cool music soon. I should tap into that. So consistency is super important. Now, coupled with the second item, which is quality. Quality is super important as well. I would say it's more important than consistency in certain aspects, but also consistency is more important than quality in other aspects. When it comes to getting up and going and developing the habit of creating like an online presence or creating a brand and building that brand, consistency is what's going to get you off the ground. Quality is what's going to keep you off the ground. Super important. You want to be thinking about how can I add quality to my consistency, to my work. Does this video need a hook? What about the color grading of the video I'm going to make? Or just whatever it is, you have to think about those things in terms of quality and what you can add to what you're already doing. Me as an artist, I post TikToks, right? So it wasn't until recent months I started thinking about, man, well, all right, how can I make these videos more interesting? Should I always be lip syncing my music in my bathroom? Like, just little things like that. You have to think about where you want to build from there, and people will see that difference. Like I said, I'm not a guru and my numbers aren't crazy, but just within the recent months, I've seen a small little growth from the consistency and the quality of my work. The last thing I wanted to talk about was networking. It's a little different from the other two, but that is a backbone of wanting to build anything. Marketing and networking, super important. It's really cool to be a part of that kind of like scenario where you're the person that's linked with another person. It's really cool. I really think that's like one of my favorite things. You find common interests with other people and you keep them around because the thing is that you can take a look at what they're doing and then see what you like about what they do and how can it benefit what I'm doing. The same thing vice versa. It's always good to know somebody, but it's also good to be known as well. So networking is probably that's a super important aspect of the three things we're talking about. In turn, people will see the consistency and quality of your work, and sometimes they'll reach out to you too. I've had that happen. It's really cool. I've met some really cool people this year that have kind of really tapped in with me, and then same thing. I notice a lot of other people's work too, and it's really cool to see how they're doing what they're doing, and how you reach out and to see how you can get involved too. And this creative space is just really awesome, and so networking is like one of the biggest things. So those are the top three things. You want to be consistent in your posting and consistently doing things for your brand. You want to have quality along with that consistency, and then you always want to be networking. You want to be able to meet new people, because you never know who you're gonna meet, and honestly, you'll never know who you might need to know until you know them. And I think that's low key a bar, probably. Cool, I just had to make sure I was still recording. My camera's been like shutting down. I want to start making more videos like this where I'm breaking down like things I'm doing when it comes to like music. I want to break down my music. I want to break down other people's music, see what I like about it, what I don't like about it. Break down like my engineering process, production process, doing more live streams, things like that. Get other people involved as well. I think that'd be really cool. And y'all just let me know what you would like to see as well. Um, and if you actually have any questions, leave them down in the comments. That way I can make a reply to it. That way I can be as helpful as I can be. So, sweet.